going to get started.
All right, everyone, we're just going to come down to the floor. We'll start in cross-legged, and we're just going to start with our warm-up. So whatever cross-legged position feels good for you, we're just going to bring our hands to kind of the top of the shins, right below the knees. And we're going to think of sitting up nice and tall. So we're just going to do a couple of nice deep breaths. Think about that breath coming through the ribs. We're going to inhale. And as you exhale, stay as tall as you can and try to press all the air out of the lungs. Let's do that again. Inhale and exhale. So we're going to add on here. So as we inhale, we're going to go ahead and scoop that belly out, pulling our pelvis back as we hollow out the front of our belly, coming to that nice deep C shape. Inhale again and lift, nice and tall. And then we're going to exhale, scoop the belly. Inhale, lift nice and tall. Draw the shoulders down the back. Exhale again, scoop and hollow out that belly. Inhale. And as you grow tall, let yourself gently draw those shoulders down. Use those arms in the front of the leg to draw the shoulders down. Again, and exhale. And inhale. We're going to stay right here. And all we're going to do here is just add in a little twist. So we're going to pick up that left arm, bring it out in front of you. Keep your right arm in front of that shin. And we're going to twist. We're going to open that arm out. Follow it with your eyes as you come to this nice big twist. Pulling gently onto that shin with that opposite arm. And then inhale, bring it back. Switch those arms out. Bring that hand down. Right arm up. Follow that hand with your eyes. Keep those shoulders down. Keep that chest lifted. Inhale and come back. And we're just going to continue alternating. Left up. And twist. And back. And lower. Right up. Twist. And back. Let's just do that one more time, each side. And left up. And back. And right up. And back. And rest. So we're here, all we're going to do is take that left arm off that knee again, take it out to the side. And we're going to go ahead and bend over to the right. Nice big stretch. Let that rib cage open. We're going to reach to the ceiling as we come back up to a seated position. We're going to do that on the other side. Right arm out. Bend up and over to the left. Try to keep that opposite sit bone really pressing, that right sit bone really pressing down into that mat. And then reach for the ceiling as you come up. Continue with that. Left arm out. Bend up and over. And lift tall to come back. Let's go to that right. Lift up and over to the left. And reach to the ceiling. We're just doing that one more time on each side. And left arm out. Bend over to that right. And reach up. And other side. And bend over to the left. And reach. And rest. So if you've been sitting in cross-legged, we're going to switch that cross-legged position so that we have now the more uncomfortable cross-legged position, right? It's always more uncomfortable this way. All right, we're going to take those arms out to its feet. And we're going to begin by just taking this nice deep breath in. And as we inhale, think of growing taller through your spine. As you exhale, so elbows are bent. As you exhale, we're going to go ahead and press those arms up to the ceiling. As you inhale, you're going to draw those elbows down towards the waist, but we're going to open them up like you're pressing your shoulders behind you. Inhale or exhale, it's counterintuitive. Inhale, pull down. So you want to open the chest with your inhale. Really open it up and expand it. Exhale, reach those arms to the ceiling. Pull those elbows back, pull those shoulders back as you inhale to draw them down. Pulling them down. And you want to try to pull them down from the shoulders. Inhale. Fill up that chest with air. Exhale. Reach. 2 more. Inhale. Open those shoulders. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And we're just going to bring those arms down. We're going to turn, we're going to bring those legs straight out in front of us. And we're just going to do a couple of roll downs. So you know the drill on this at this point, right? If you need those hands at some certain point on the roll down, that's fine, as well as on the roll back. So we're going to start with those arms in front of you. And we're just going to start with a nice scoop of that belly. We're constantly reaching those arms towards those toes, feeling that deep scoop as we curl back. And think of lowering that spine just as slowly as you can, articulating through that vertebra. Arms are going to come up. I'm going to open my arms out and wrap them around as my chin comes to the chest, curl right back up. So I'm curling up, scooping my belly, reaching for the toes for that stretch. And then I'm coming right back to straight. We're going to do that again. And nice deep breath in. Exhale, pull that low belly in, open that low back. And start your curl down. Keep reaching forward with those fingertips like you're trying to still reach for the toes. Curling down, articulating through the spine, arms up. Inhaling, exhale, chin to chest, curl up. Keep that rounding going through your spine as you reach for the toes. And we're just going to do that one more time. And this time we're going to come down. We're just going to stay there. So we're going to exhale, scoop out that belly. And we're going to take those arms and we're going to bring them right behind your head. Legs are going to stay long. And we're going to start with just curling up with the upper body. So you're going to lift that chest. Once we come to this lifted position, I want you to keep the lift. Your shoulder blades should still be on the mat. Keep your head lifted, but I want the eyes to come to the ceiling. And I want your head to feel heavy in your hands, like your hands are doing all of the support here. And your elbows are going to open as wide as you can. And you're going to start to feel some energy come into the middle of that upper back, your rhomboid area. So from here, keep that lift and just pulse those elbows down to the floor. So you're opening them wider as you pulse them down to the floor. And you should be completely into your upper back here. So let that head stay rested. Eyes to the floor, keep your head heavy in your hands. Pulse, pulse, pulse. You should really feel that right in between those shoulders. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the head down. Open those arms out to a T. And then we're going to hover them just above the floor. So still into upper back here. This is kind of mid upper back. So I want that to be your focus. So as you bend the elbows and draw them towards your waist, you're going to draw the shoulders down your back. So you're going to feel that energy kind of come more into that mid back. Inhale as you open those arms out to that T, still floating them above the floor. Exhale, draw those elbows down and into the waist. Pull from the shoulder blades in the back. Inhale, open. Try not to lift the chin to the ceiling. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do 3. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Pulling down with those shoulders. Last one here. And we're just going to relax those arms, bring them down by your side, bend those knees, and Patty's ready to go. Okay.
Okay, so we're staying down on the mat. we're going to bring our knees and legs up to that tabletop. And then let the knees fall in toward the body and let the heels settle toward the glutes. And then all I want you to do is let the feet fall right to the floor. So your hip distance, comfortable distance from the heels and the sitting bones. Arms are going to be long beside you. I'm going to rotate my palms up. You don't have to do that. It just helps me open my shoulders. And we're going to bridge. So we'll do 4 bridges here, but I want you to match your breath, okay? So as you take that inhale, ribs expand laterally out to the side. As you exhale, imprint that lowest part of the back to the floor. Pull the belly in. Let the tailbone sit up. Push down into the feet. Roll yourself up into your bridge. Nice. Hang on at the top. Push down into those feet, those heels, those toes. As you roll down on that exhale, I want you to keep those knees reaching over the top of the toes. And one bone at a time comes down. Okay, we'll move a little faster. Exhale. Lowest part of the back presses into the mat. Heel it up one bone at a time. Squeeze into those glutes. No low back here. Exhale. Roll it down. And 2 more. Just try to feel like you're getting that big stretch. As you exhale, space is being created between every vertebrae as you go up. And on the down, roll down, try to separate each vertebrae one at a time on there. And let's go up one more time. Exhale. And hold it at the top. Okay, so stabilize the knees, squeeze those glutes, keep that belly pulling away and pulling up and back from the pelvis. We're going to take our right foot and just step it forward, place it out just like a little step, and then match it with the left. And then let's bring that left foot back and the right foot back. So while you're here, we're stepping, we're alternating feet. You're trying to keep that pelvis still, okay? So as you step the feet out, don't let the pelvis drop. Squeeze into those glutes. And we'll go 2 more. Keep the ribs pulling together. And here's the last step. And hold it right here. Reorganize if you need to. Take that inhale. Exhale, roll it down. We're going to bring our feet, knees, inner thighs together. Find that place for your feet that's comfortable. So farther away, you'll feel your hamstrings. We'll stretch out. Walking tenses up those hamstrings. We're going to press the pelvis right up on an exhale. Push down into the feet. Lift the pelvis up high and pause right. We're going to release the squeeze of the glutes as we lower the tailbone or the pelvis down to the floor. And then squeeze everything together, press it up. So as you release on that inhale, exhale, gather it all up. Send the energy up to the ceiling. Use those glutes to lift and push down into those heels. Don't let those knees come apart. Squeeze the inner thighs. Helps you go back to and that belly connection. So 5, squeeze. And 4, 3, 2, don't let anything come apart. Everything's pulling to the center. Hold it here. Pause. You're going to lift the heels up and lower the heels, lift the toes. Lift and flex. Heels up, squeeze those inner thighs. Let's go for 4. We got 2 more. And last one. Leave the heels up, roll it down on an exhale. And bring your knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Oh, that was rough.
Those didn't seem like they should be that. Oh, gosh, poor guy. Look, we have more. Okay, so place the feet back up, back onto the floor, knees together, inner thighs connected. Okay, so ankles, toes, everything zipped up through the center. We're going to open, let things drop open, and then soles of the feet are going to come together. So your knees are open, you're in this butterfly bridge. So
You're not going to get a big lift here, and I don't want you to feel your low back either. So you really want to push those feet together as you lift the pelvis up on an exhale. So press feet together, hold it up here on this lift and check it. So my knees are nice and wide. I feel a big hip opener here. Pushing my heels, the soles of my feet together. And then I'm just going to lower down right above the mat before I tap the mat. And exhale, squeeze it. And inhale. Exhale. Belly is nice and tight, pulling away from the pelvis. Shoulders are open. Press those heels together. You'll get more glute connection. You should feel a little bit more on the outer part of the glute. And let's go for 5, 4, 3, squeeze, 2, and you're going to hold it up on 1 right here. We're going to flare the knees, pull them down to the floor. It's tiny. Press those feet together and keep that pelvis as high as you can. Squeeze those glutes and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. Yay. Okay, let's take our right ankle over the top of our left knee. All right, you're in that figure 4. We're going to drop. So my right knee, I'm going to drop to the left. The right knee is crossed, left foot coming down to the floor or wherever it feels good. Okay, good. Sorry, Wendy, you got a bad view over there. Sorry. We should have said what under. I think it's good. Oh, we have a visitor today. All right. So now I'm going to take that bottom hand, my left hand on top of my right knee, and draw that knee down towards the floor or pull it closer to the bottom. If it feels okay. We're going to stay here for the rest of the day. Now, shoulders are down, and slowly as you relax, it just gets a little deeper. And then nice and slow. So pull up the belly, turn on that top oblique, draw the knees back to center, and we'll switch sides. Oh, good. So my left ankle's crossed over. I'm dipping my knees over to the right. And I'm going to relax. So my knee is open to start. Settling into the stretch. Then I'm going to take my bottom hand, bring it over across the top of my left knee. So right hand to left knee. And draw that knee down and just settle into that stretch. That was a rough way to go right into glutes today. Okay. And remember, turn on the belly, pull it tight as you draw those knees back to center, across the legs. Oh, you're doing it.
I'm up. Okay. Let's turn right onto your side. Just turn right onto your side. You can rest your head on your arm. You can have it on your hand, whatever feels comfortable for you here. For me, I like it on my arm. All right, so our legs are long, straight out from the body, our typical sideline position, right? So we're going to take that bottom leg, we're going to bend it, and we're going to let that top leg rest for a moment. So just kind of take stock. Make sure, if you can imagine such a thing, your ankle in line with your hip, in line with your shoulder, which is in line with your ear. So you have this really nice long line. We're going to flex our ankle on that top leg, and we're going to lift that leg just so it's coming straight out from the hip. So we're going to lengthen through that heel to begin with so that we feel the waist on the floor kind of lift gently away like you're making a tunnel underneath your waist. And from here, keeping that length through the heel, you're just going to exhale as you lift it up. Try not to pull this into an external rotation. Try to keep the toes pointing forward. Exhale. Think of lifting from your outer thigh. Exhale as you lift. Keep reaching through that heel. And up. And up. It doesn't have to be big, right? This is not a big movement. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. So we're lifted on that leg. We're going to let that leg now turn slightly internal. We're going to bring it forward and tap it to the floor. And this time as we pull it back, lead with the heel and pull it back and up until you feel that glute connect. Inhale, forward, tap. Exhale, pull back and lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 3, 2, 1. We're holding as we get that leg back there. Feel the glute connect and then just do nice big ankle circles for me. So you should be connected to the glute the whole time. Nice big ankle circle. Whatever direction right now is fine. We're doing 3, 2, 1. We're reversing. Nice big ankle circle. And 3, 2, 1. Hold. Bring that leg so it's right out from that hip again. Lift it just slightly so it's a little above. And we're going to do like an infinity sign. It's a figure 8, but it's forward and back. So we're going to bring that circle forward, and then we're going to cross it and do that 8 circles back. So like an infinity. Think of an infinity. Right? And we're trying to keep that hip nice and level. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, and forward, and come to center, reverse it. So we're up and back, and then forward and down. Up and back, and forward and down. And you should start feeling this right in that kind of glute med, side of the hip area. And 3, 2, 1, hold. We're going to go into nice big circles. And this one, you can go into that external position. I just don't want you to roll back on that bottom hip. Flex or point, I'll leave that up to you. 3, 2, 1, reverse. Keep that tunnel underneath that bottom waist. Try not to let that collapse. And 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. And just let that foot cross in front of you and put it on the floor. So we're kind of in that figure 4 position again. And take in your hand and just gently press that knee slightly away. Just this nice little stretch. Just breathe into it. One more breath. And we will release. And we are going to turn and face the other direction. Do it when you put your head at the other end so you can face last. There you go. And then from here, we're going to set up in the same way. So find that comfortable position with your head on your arm, or up on your hand is fine. We're bending the bottom leg as the top leg lengthens. And we're going to start with a flexion of that foot on the top. So we're lifting that leg so it's coming directly out of the hip. You can have that hand on your waist like Patty just had, or you can have it as a kickstand in front. Either way is fine. And we're just going to keep that length of the leg. As we lengthen even more, we're going to draw that waist up from the floor. Holding that, we lift and lower. And lift. Good. Try to keep those toes pointed forward. Try not to let them go into that external position. So try not to point those toes to the floor. It'll make the movement a lot smaller, and that's fine. I want to concentrate a little bit more on that really side of the hip, glute med. Keep lengthening through that heel, keeping that waist lifted. And let's do 4, 3, 2. We're holding on the 1. We're lifted. Internally rotate. Come forward. Tap the floor with the toe. Pull back with the heel until you feel that glute connect. So up and back. Inhale forward. Exhale. Pull back and up. Inhale. Exhale. So you want to feel that glute as you pull that heel back. Let's do 3, 2. Hold it back on this last one. So you want to feel the glute connect. We're just going into those big ankle circles. Keep that glute connected as we're circling that foot through that ankle. Pull that belly in. If you're feeling any of this in your back, then just bring the foot or the leg forward a little bit more. All right, let's reverse the direction. This is your idea.
I know. Bad idea.
And 3, 2, 1. We hold, we bring the leg forward so that it's coming straight out from that hip again. We're going to go right into those infinities. So we're going to start with that circle forward and circle it back and circle forward and circle it back. Three and 2 and 1, and now we pause, we circle back and forward. So we're just reversing that infinity. Back and forward, back and forward. Try to keep that waist, right? So try to keep that waist lifted. 3, 2, and 1, forward, and we go right into those nice big circles. So we're going to bring that leg forward, circle it up, and forward. Again, you can go into flex or point here. I'm going to let you choose. 3 more. And reverse, and back and up. So again, try to keep that waist from wanting to collapse. And 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Cross that foot in front of that other knee on the floor. Take that hand, gently press that away. And just stretch, do some nice breathing. Doing okay over there, Wendy? Oh! Breathe here. One more breath. And release. All right. We are going to come up and we're going to come to seated, but we're going to come to a nice open leg position, kind of like a saw, where you would start with your saw position. And we're just going to think of sitting tall, making sure, right, that you can get into this position and try to sit tall on those sit bones as much as possible. And we're going to bring those arms, and let's bring them to a hug tree. So nice big hug tree in front. Make sure it's not too high. Drop those shoulders down. And then we're just going to do some twisting. So we're going to inhale as we twist. And we're going to exhale as we come back to center. And that's where you're going to stay as tall as you can. So inhale, twist, grow a little taller. Exhale, stay tall and bring it to center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Grow tall in that inhale. Exhale, center. One more time each side. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Hold. So from here, we're just going to bend to the right. So you're going to inhale, grow tall as you begin to bend up and over. I'm sorry, I'm going to the left. It doesn't matter. And exhale as you come back. Inhale as you grow tall to bend. And then draw up through the belly as you grow, as you stay as tall as you can to come back to center. So inhale and exhale. And I know it feels weird to inhale, grow tall, and then bend. But you want to reach up and over your waist. And then lift that head right back up to center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And bring those hands in front to your ankles and just let your back round and stretch for just a moment. And then come back up to straight. So we're just going to take that now to our stop, our regular stop. So we're going to open those arms out to the seat. We're going to begin with that twist as we inhale. And then as we exhale, we reach to the pinky toe. Back arm reaches behind you. You saw it off for 3, 2, 1. We come back up and center. We inhale as we twist. Reach for the pinky toe. 3, 2, 1. Back to center and twist. And 3, 2, 1. And center and twist. Stay tall when you come to center. 2, 1. And up. One more each side. Twist, reach, and 3, 2, 1. And up. And twist, and 3, 2, 1. And up. And arms down. Just bring those legs all the way together. I'm going to take my left foot and cross it over my right. And I'm going to bring those arms to the ceiling. And we're going to twist to the left. And then we're going to roll down. So we're going to slowly pull that belly in. And we're going to keep that little twist to that left as we curl down. Not so easy. Come back to center before you curl up. And when you curl up, take those arms all the way back up to the ceiling. Let's do that again. Twist to the left. Curl back. Keep that twist going. Squeeze those legs together. Slow, 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 slow. Come back to center and curl up. We have one more to go on that side. Arms up to the ceiling. Twist and scoop. Keep those legs squeezing together. Pull that belly in deep. Back to center and curl up. And switch. So right ankle now comes over. So switch those ankles out. Arms come to the ceiling. We're going to twist to the right first and then scoop out that belly. Keep that twist all the way down. Center. Exhale again. Curl up. Arms to the ceiling. Twist. Curl down. Arms to the ceiling. Curl up. One more time. Twist. Curl down. And curl up. And let's uncross those legs, go to parallel. We're curling down, we're going to stay there. So as we exhale, just curl down on your regular curl down. Hands come behind the head. And we're going to do our little single knee pull. So bend the knees to start. Pull that left knee into the tabletop. Right leg extends. We're going to curl up and lift to the left knee with the right elbow. And now we just switch the legs and the twist. And switch, switch, switch. Try to keep those elbows open. Flex or point. And we're going to land reaching over to that left. But now keeping this position of the legs, you're going to twist your body so that now your left elbow is facing the extended leg. So left elbow is facing the extended leg. Hold the position. Lift the leg. Lower the leg. Lift the leg. Lower the leg. And lift. And lift. And lift. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Now bend that left or that right leg. Extend the left and twist to the left. hold, lift and lower that left leg. Engage that oblique. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Those legs bend, lower down. Let's just let those knees gently fall from side to side, just kind of stretching out that spine and just kind of rolling from side to side. You can take them to one side and hold them there if you'd like. And if you've been holding them, take them to the other side and hold them there. All right, you're up. Okay.
All right. So we're going to extend those legs long. We're just going to roll ourselves up. We'll do a quick stretch before we move on. So hands up to the ceiling, reach through the fingertips, set the shoulders down to the floor. Exhale, chin to chest. And just try to feel like stretching out, curling through that spine. Reach for those toes forward, fold. Grab the toes, draw the toes in toward the shin. Let the head fall. We stretch out those hamstrings, up that back, all the way up the back side, even up through the neck. And then nice and slowly restack the spine. And we are going to bring our knees into a bent, comfortable bend in the knee position. So hip distance with the feet. Hands are going to go behind the knees. You're seated nice and tall. We're just going to stretch again on an exhale. Pull the rib cage back, pull the navel to the spine, collapse with the shoulders over the hips. And then inhale, nice and slowly, lengthen, long neck. Exhale, curl. Almost like you're trying to bring that bottom rib to the top of the hip. Exhale, navel to spine. Pull those ribs in and lengthen, and we're going to pause right here. So you're feeling those feet, sitting bones right down to the mat. When we get into the C curve now, we're going to curl back onto the back side of the pelvis as you exhale, hands behind the knees. And as soon as you come off those sitting bones and now you're onto the back side of the pelvis, I want you to hold it, check in, set the shoulders down, widen the collarbone, pull the belly in, and release it. And hold. Just reaching energy through the fingertips, pulling that belly in. We'll take 2 more big inhales. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. And reach through the fingers, curl yourself up, lengthen the spine. Hands are now reaching forward. Knees are still bent. We're going to take that inhale. Curl it back now. Hands are not behind the knees unless you need support. Pause right. We're going to do a march. So a single leg up to tabletop, and then a full leg sit down and alter. And find that tabletop on that exhale. Keep those shoulders pulling down, long neck. Take it slow, and feel the belly is what's drawing that leg up. So every time a leg comes to tabletop, you pull the belly deeper. Let's go for 3. And there's 2. And here's your last one. Hold that leg in tabletop, match it with the other. Hold it, and roll it down. Hands, legs are in tabletop. Hands are going to support behind the base of the skull. We're going to lift the chest up. Looking through the thighs, belly is flat. So I want you to keep that flat position. From here, we're going to take that exhale as we shoot the legs out to an extension. And inhale, bring them back. And exhale. And inhale. Keeping that chest lifted. Pull those ribs down. And the belly is pulling deep. And if you need to imprint, you imprint that low back. If you can maintain neutral, try that. Keep those ribs pulling together. 3. And 2. And 1. Hold it here. Bring those legs up. They do not have to go straight up to the ceiling. Lower down. Lift. Inhale down. Lift. Head is weighted in the hand. Shoulder blades are connected. We're going to go for 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bend the knees to tabletop. Set one foot down. Take a foot.
Yeah.
Just the advance.
A little bit of both, depending on what you want to make. I know, you guys stop at home if you need a break. We can't. All right, so we're laying down now. We're going to stay down, head down. It's kind of fun. So earlier we were talking about how I want you to kind of envision, as Cyndie and I were saying, kind of feels like a backwards or a reverse plank. So your arms are long beside you. Your shoulders are open. You've got that length in the back side of the neck. You're going to pull that belly deep, pull the ribs in, and lift one leg up. Just hover like maybe a foot off the floor, and then lower it down. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. So if you need to remind yourself the hips are not moving. So as you lift one leg, don't let the hips or pelvis tip from side to side. Exhale, inhale, lower. It looks like it's totally easy, and it's not. Pulling that belly deep, pulling the ribs to the center. Let's go one more each side. Really try to keep that belly engaged, no low back here. Take a quick pause. Reorganize if you need to. We're going to hover both legs. We're going to take that inhale, exhale, lift both legs up and hold. Doesn't this feel like a terrible plank? Oh, like a super hard one. Hold, hold, hold. 3, and 2. And last one. And lower down. Oh, pull the knees into the chest. So simple and so hard.
So little, such a little
Such a
movement.
tiny move. Okay, rock side to side. Pull those knees in, get that big curl. We're talking about that.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's bring the feet down back to the floor. Knees are bent. Hands are going to stay long beside you on the mat. Head is going to stay down. We will bring our knees up to a tabletop. You're in a neutral spine to start. We are going to go into an imprint of that spine as we draw the knees toward the chest of an exhale. You can use the hands to press. Lift that tailbone up as you exhale. Curl. Inhale back to tabletop. Exhale. Try to lift that tailbone using the belly to draw that tailbone up off the floor, but also get that big stretch. Counteractive to what we do. Ribs are trying to imprint that upper part of the spine, pulling the ribs down to the mat as before. 3, 2, and 1. And don't stop yet. We're going to pull the knees in, and as we reach your way, extend the legs long. Pull the knees in toward the chest, lift the tailbone, reach the legs straight up. And they can go up to the ceiling if you feel low back and you're extending the legs lower. Keep the belly pulling in. And exhale as you draw it. We'll go for 4 and then 6. Okay? And yes, the flex makes it harder. And here's 2. And last one. And bring those knees in, step the feet down on the floor, take a rest, and drop those knees to one side. And slowly bring them back to center, and rock to the other side, stack the feet if that's okay, keep the shoulders down. We'll go one more to the other direction with the head turn. So knees back to center, drop them the other way, and then if it feels good for you, just add that chin turning or ear dropping opposite of it. So ear to one for one side, knees to the other. And then back to center, head and knees, and then drop opposite. Knees to the right, ear to the left. Relax. And then slowly come back to center and you want to hold it back.
Oh, sure. Okay. Okay, let's do a little hamstring stretch while we're here. So let's just extend our right leg out. Bring that left leg to the ceiling. Take those arms to the ceiling, and we're going to curl up and grab onto the back leg. And we're just going to go ahead and pull that leg in, just that nice little stretch. So if you want more here, instead of yanking on the leg, just go into a nice little flexion. And then just, if you can pull the leg in without yanking on it, that's fine. But try not to use those arms to do too much. The arms are there really just to support the stretch. And then we're going to bend that leg. Go ahead and roll all the way down, send that leg out to the floor. Take that right leg, bring it into tabletop, extend it to the ceiling, arms up, curl up. So grab onto that leg wherever is comfortable for you. Find that stretch. And if you need to, go ahead and flex. Pull in. And we're going to release. Let's go ahead and bring those arms down alongside you. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale all the air out. Bring those arms to the ceiling. Let's do one last curl up. So as we exhale, chin to chest. Curl up. Reach forward. Grab onto those toes. Nice big forward fold. And then restack that spine. And we're just going to finish off with our stretch with one leg in front. Hands again on the front of your shins, kind of up by those knees, right below them. We're going to grow tall, pull those shoulders down. We're going to stay in this really long spine position as we hinge forward. And you can use those arms or those hands to kind of help you here. Find that place, right, where you kind of come to a natural stopping point. Stay into your straight spine, but bring your hands in front of you to the floor. And then if you're more flexible, you can walk those hands out. But try to stay in your hinge. So send the pelvis behind you, crown of the head up and in front of you without rounding the spine. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Again. And on this next exhale, we're going to melt through the spine, dive down with the head as the spine rounds. And once we get to this position, put a little pressure down into those hands as you press the pelvis and those sit bones back down to that mat, rounding through that spine. And then we're just going to walk it back, stacking that vertebra all the way up. We're just going to do that on the other side. So one foot in front of the other. Bring those hands right to the tops of those shins, right underneath those knees. Feel yourself growing nice and tall, using those arms to kind of pull those shoulders down as that head reaches up. Stay in this nice long spine. Slight hinge forward. Find that place. Right? That natural kind of stopping point. Hold. Keep your long spine. Take those hands in front. You want more? Walk those hands forward. Bending the elbows slightly, but try to reach that pelvis behind you. Reach that crown of the head in front of you. No rounding through the spine yet. Nice deep breath in and exhale. On the next exhale, we're going to melt down through that spine, dive down with the head, round through the spine now. Little pressure through those hands as we press those sit bones back to the mat. Rounding deeply through the spine, through the belly. And then walk yourself back. Stack yourself all the way back up. And you're done. You made it.
Yes.
I made it.
Yes.